Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. I don't have a lot of time to play in my studio, but I did take some time out to go to the next step in planning my new journal. If you were not here for the last video, then this is a cover which I purchased for myself to celebrate the end of my cancer treatment, and I decided to use it as the backbone for a journal using ephemera that I had made a year and a half ago. So, as you can see, it's going to turn out to be rather chunky, but I love it because I love the feel of it. It squeezes down more tightly than I have it, but it feels so good to the hand, and it makes me happy to look at these flowers and the beads and the mushrooms and the yo-yos. Just happy making. So, since there's plenty of tie for this, I'm taking the liberty of using it to its max. These are the places that I have decided to include my ephemera. If you will remember, this was probably my favorite piece of ephemera that I've ever made. It's a combination of watercolor, doodling, and collage. And I'm going to just lay that in the front of the book. I was thinking I might include it as part of, and then I decided no, I'm just going to lay that in as an inclusion. And there's plenty of room for writing on the back. This is such a lovely piece. This was made by Frosted Bramble, Frosted Bramble, Bramble. If any of you are interested in checking out her beautiful journal covers and journals. So, this page and the ones like it throughout the journal are going to be stenciled and or stamped and embellished, but that comes after all of these additions get included. This was included in the original journal, and I have added a piece of my ephemera behind it. This is another pair of pages that can stand some embellishment, and I'm going to add this in some way, shape, or form. It might just be a pocket. I don't know yet. More lovely gold embellished paper. Ex Libris. I shall have to put my name on here. And a pocket with stitching and embellishment of floss and a piece of silk sari on the edge. No, that does not come out. I didn't think so. And look at this magnificent leaf. I'm going to do something on that page, but not too much because I don't want to cover up much of it at all. I decided that this page would be a good place for this journaling card that I made and did not finish, because I will finish it according to my mood when it takes me. And these lovely, lovely poppies on vellum, or it could be a heavier weight tracing paper. I'm not too sure which it might be, but a lovely pocket band and an envelope ready to go, lined inside and out. No, not lined, made of music paper and poppies. A corner pocket. More place for me to play. A piece of my watercolor paper that I have cut into pieces and this would be the first use in this book, and plenty of room for embellishment. A piece of my large snippet that I made of many colors, and I thought it went particularly well with the front cover, so that's going to be here in this section. Pages and upon pages, and the center of this first signature. Isn't this lovely? This is hand painted and stamped and just absolutely lovely. A piece of ephemera that I made, I'm going to put over here and clip it on. And look at these pages just ready for some playing. And one of my other favorite pieces, this is a pocket bag, and I'm going to include that in here because I thought it went nicely up against this page. A lovely frosted bramble inclusion writing space. This is one of my pieces of ephemera. This is two envelopes together, as you can see, and sewn down this way, and leaves plenty of place for play. And I'm going to put this in here and probably include it using a clip. But this beautiful piece of handmade paper, the coloration and the placement of the leaves is just incredible. I'm not going to do anything to that page, needless to say. Let it speak for itself. Two more pages for play. And a piece of mine that I'm going to include here, and I might tip this in on that page. I don't know yet. I'm going to leave this alone because it's good for writing. A sideways belly band from Frosted Bramble. Another spot that I hadn't noticed. We'll have to make something to fill in there. And a piece of my ephemera. With a writing spot included. And I'm going to put this under the clip. And that's the end of the first signature. And then we have the start of the next one. And this is an original painting by Frosted Bramble. I'm going to include that, do more around it just to pretty it up. So there's going to be place to play and place to add my pre-made ephemera. And that's how I got the idea of using my stamps and my stencils, because this is just wonderful. And here is a tag made to go with this front and back cover on this beautiful journal. And here's some more of those beautiful poppies. And I love the way this runs across these two sheets. Another side belly band. One of my, just because of the coloration here, I thought this is my watercolor. I thought I'd put that in here. And we'll see what we're going to do with the back of that. And then this one. I don't think I'll do anything to that, nor to this one. It looks like an Edith Wharton May or Hawthorn, and one of my handmade pieces of ephemera. I'm going to clip in here. There are pockets and tucks and all sorts of goodies here. Plus another writing spot. Having to keep an eye on my wristwatch to make sure that I don't overrun my time with you, but I'm glad to show you what I have planned thus far for this journal, and as a reminder of the projects that are going to be coming. This one, isn't the coloration beautiful? My watercolor, places to embellish, more, a card that I made and I did not finish embellishing or even start really, so that's going to be great fun. This is the center of the second signature. And aren't these pages just crying out for a place to play? And a side tuck, and another inclusion spot. These leaves are just beautiful. Another one of my unfinished writing spots. So all I have to think about there will be this front area. And this paper feels like handmade paper. It definitely is, because I can see the inclusions in it. It's so fine and lovely. This is Frosted Brambles postal card. And here we come to the back with the definition of a junk journal. So, I do hope that you are looking forward to joining me as I play in this private playground that I have. Needless to say, I can't wait to begin. This fabric that she uses as closures on her journals is just wonderful, because it keeps its shape so beautifully when you tie it up. Thank you for joining me for this quickie on Saturday morning. If you have enjoyed this visit, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. And I do believe this is my 700th video. They slowed down a bit because of last year and this one, but I'm going to be trying to rectify that. But I have a goal now to get to 701 and see where I go. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now.